Beloved chosen ones, your eyes didn't land here by random chance. They were riveted by the piercing 111 glowing on the thumbnail that made you hit play without a second thought. Right in scripture and Christian life. 111 blazes as the prophetic trumpet of divine alignment. 3 ones in perfect sequence, signaling the moment when your past prayers present faith and future promises lock into one unbreakable timeline, announcing that a major arrest of every spiritual blockade is now in motion. This is your divine timestamp. The testing phase is over, the gavel of heaven is dropping, and every delay is about to be handcuffed. Why are you really here? Is it because deep down you feel the rumble, something massive shifting in the spirit, or because you're tired of the enemy's counterfeit delays and you're ready to see him handcuffed in front of your eyes? Stay glued to every second. We're closing with a prayer that activates the arrest warrant heaven has already signed. Seal your alignment. Drop 111 in the comments right now, plus the city or country you're watching from, so the map of faith lights up and the angels know exactly where to deliver. Smash like, subscribe to stay in the direct line of fire for these revelations, and let your comment be the public record that you're claiming the arrest. Heaven is weeping with joy, the gavel is falling, and your freedom starts right now. And all of it is echoing with your identity, not in shame, but in purpose. Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 17 mentions that the Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will take great delight in you. In his love he will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing. This is not just an event. This is a spiritual arrest, a divine halt, a supernatural. No more from the mouth of God. No more lies. No more manipulation. No more battles fought in the dark where you had no voice. Heaven is saying enough. When the truth rises, it doesn't whisper. It roars. And soon the lies that tried to bury you will be suffocated by truth so loud no one will be able to deny what God is doing in your life. This is not your fall. This is your rise. Think of Joseph thrown into a pit by his own brothers, accused and imprisoned by people who feared his favor. But the very prison they tried to bury him in became the passageway to the palace. Joseph's story is not distant. It mirrors what God is orchestrating right now. What was meant to silence you is being turned into a stage. Genesis chapter 50 verse 20 affirms that you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. God's mercy is not silent. It moves like a river of fire through your story. They are active in mercy. They're washing the road ahead, clearing your path, and anointing your footsteps for something far greater than what you've lost. When heaven cries, the earth responds. Earthquakes in the spirit realm begin to crack the chains that have bound you. Chains of shame lies fear and delay. Angels are already in motion. Don't look away and listen. Heaven's army is not passive. He stands armed beside you, a sword of fire in his hand. He cuts away every rope, every tie, every spiritual accusation, every false label. You are not forgotten. You are not erased. You are called. There's a reason your name is being mentioned right now in places you haven't entered. You've been carrying weight silently breaking under pressure that nobody sees. You've been fighting battles without recognition, but heaven saw it all. God never ignored your struggle. He was storing it for your vindication. Psalm chapter 126 verse 5 reveals that those who sow in tears will reap with shouts of joy. What's coming is not payback, it's payoff. You won't be remembered for what tried to arrest you. You'll be remembered for how God released you. This moment is not about punishment. It's about redemption. Proof that God still defends, still delivers, still declares freedom over those the world tried to chain. What's unfolding right now decides what happens next in your story. This is why you're still here. This is why the battle didn't take you out. This is why the storm didn't drown you, because your story isn't ending, it's ascending. Heaven is unveiling truth so raw, so undeniable, that it will leave even your enemies speechless. The very people who thought they could write your ending will watch as God writes a new beginning in front of them, not behind their backs. Psalm chapter 23 verse 5 proclaims that I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I will anoint your head with oil, your cup will overflow. Do you feel it? That stir in your spirit, that trembling in your chest. That's not anxiety, that's recognition. Your soul knows something holy is unfolding. Your heart is awakening to the sound of heaven's cry, not of sorrow, but of summoning. God is not distant, He is near, so near. His tears are falling at your feet, watering the very ground where you will rise again. This is more than restoration. This is redemption with power. And it's not just about you. What God is doing in your life will ripple into the lives of others. Your testimony will become a torch. Your story will unlock others from their prisons. You will not be known by what tried to hold you down, but by the fire God placed inside you that refused to be extinguished. This is your moment of divine reversal. Stay awake. Stay aware. And remember, when heaven roars, it's not weakness, it's war. It's God on the move. And you, child of God, are about to walk through the storm you once feared and come out with a story that silences doubt and shouts His glory. This isn't the end. It's proof that God still fights for His own. When heaven responds, something breaks open in the unseen. It's not ordinary. It's not subtle. It's not a whisper. It's a roar from the throne room of God, shaking what cannot stand and lifting what was buried. And right now, heaven is crying for you. This isn't a message of despair. It's a message of urgency, of purpose, and of a divine reversal that's already in motion. You're not here by chance. You didn't stumble on these words by mistake. You were pulled here. You were summoned because heaven needed you to know your name is being spoken in glory, not shame. You see, what you thought was a breakdown is actually a breakthrough. What looked like judgment was positioning. The pain, preparation, the silence around you. God's protection while He worked behind the scenes. This is not the moment where you fall apart. This is the moment where everything hidden is revealed, and everything that tried to break you is put on trial. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 3 notes that the eyes of the Lord are everywhere, keeping watch on the wicked and the good. The arrest that is unfolding is not yours. It's for the darkness that tries to cage your light. It's for the false stories that were whispered when you weren't in the room. The lies, the manipulation, the quiet campaigns to dim your fire. God has seen it all, and now He's saying enough. When heaven moves, it's not the tears of a distant deity. It's the fierce sob of a father who refuses to watch his child be buried under injustice. These are tears of intervention. Tears that release angels into motion. Tears that mark a shift in the spirit realm. Right now, chains are falling. Systems that were built to hide the truth are breaking open. Invisible cages are being shattered because God will not allow you to be silenced. He will not let your name be reduced to a lie. He will not let your voice be erased. Amos chapter 5 verse 24 urges that, "But let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream." You've been carrying a weight, questions you couldn't answer, accusations you couldn't fight, decisions made without you, rooms where your name was brought up, but your presence was not invited. Still, heaven was in every room. God heard every word, and He's bringing all of it into the light, not to shame you, to vindicate you. This moment, this divine arrest isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your rise. God is locking up what tried to hold you down and unlocking what's been waiting for you. Heaven's cry is not weak. It is warfare. It's a declaration to the forces that moved in silence. You've gone far enough, and standing in the thick of this spiritual battle is Archangel Michael. His wings stretched wide, his sword ablaze. He's guarding you, not just watching, not just waiting, fighting every lie being sliced, every curse being reversed, every plot against your name being exposed. Psalm chapter 91 verse 11 assures that He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. You've been watched, underestimated, overlooked. But you've also been anointed, chosen, protected, marked by heaven. That's why this message reached you when it did, because the time of silence is over. The time of confusion is done. Now is the time for justice, clarity, and release. There's a reason you survived what others didn't. There's a reason the enemy tried so hard to isolate you, to shake your faith, to make you question your own worth. Because if you ever realized the truth of who you are in the eyes of heaven, you'd be unstoppable. And that's exactly what's happening right now. God is watering the very ground where your enemies thought they'd bury you. But instead of fading into obscurity, you're about to bloom in full view. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19 promises that they will fight against you, but will not overcome you. For I am with you and will rescue you, declares the Lord. You were never meant to be trapped. You were never meant to be small. What tried to shrink you is now shrinking under the weight of divine justice. Because God isn't just stepping in, He's taking over. Everything is turning, the tables are shifting, and when this arrest happens, when this exposure unfolds, you won't just survive it, you'll shine through it. And it won't be your voice alone that tells the story. It will be the undeniable evidence that when God speaks, no force in hell can reverse it. When God cries, hell trembles. This is why heaven is weeping for you. Not out of fear for your future, but in love for what you're about to walk into. A love so bold, so consuming, that it refuses to let you miss this turning point. You are too vital to be lost, too chosen to be discarded, too anointed to be erased. So don't mistake the shaking for destruction. It's delivery. Don't confuse the tears with grief. They're birthing something new. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19 announces that, "See, I am doing a new thing now. It springs up. Do you not perceive it?" You were meant to hear this line at this exact moment with your heart cracked open and your spirit wide awake. Not because you're broken, but because you're ready. Ready to be vindicated, ready to be remembered, ready to rise. This is the moment God cried for you and turned everything in your favor. You don't even realize how close your name has come to power, while you've been walking through your days unaware your story is being discussed. Not in secret halls, but before the throne of justice, mentioned in hushed meetings, spoken in rooms where decisions were made without your presence, but not without your impact. You haven't been forgotten. You've been watched, and now heaven has something to say. Not the version of the story others tried to write about you. Not the distorted version shaped by whispers and shadows. No, this is heaven's side of the story. And you were handpicked to hear it. Don't move. Stay right here, because the ground is about to shake. A divine intervention, not of a person, but of a system. A spirit, a darkness that has tried for too long to hold you down, is coming. And here is the miracle. Your name is connected to it, not in shame, but in glory. Not in accusation, but in vindication. The very hands that reached to pull you down, bound. The tongues that twisted your words, silenced. The intentions behind their actions exposed. Because God your Father is not standing by quietly. He's moving. He's crying. And his tears are not weakness. They are divine signals that a holy reversal is already unfolding. John chapter 13 verse 7 explains that you may not understand now what I am doing. God once said, but later you will. This is that later. The moment where what was hidden comes into full view and your life becomes the platform where truth finally speaks louder than deception. Can you feel it? The shift, the holy tension in the air, that's not fear. That's God rearranging what was set against you. It's the sound of chains breaking, of hidden records being overturned, of judgment being overturned in favor of justice. Right now, Archangel Michael is not sitting still in the unseen realm. He's moving swiftly. His sword is a flame of divine authority, cutting through every invisible rope that has tried to strangle your future. His wings are not decorative. They're defensive. They are covering your name, shielding your destiny from being buried in dust and distortion. This arrest that's coming isn't about punishment. It's about positioning. It's not the collapse of your life. It's the collapse of the structures that tried to limit it. The exposure is real, but you will not be crushed under it. You will be lifted by it. Psalm chapter 34 verse 18 comforts that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. You've been misunderstood, misrepresented, spoken about, but rarely spoken to. People formed opinions without the facts. They made judgments based on fiction, but heaven didn't echo their verdicts. Heaven reserved its voice for now, for this moment. Because what is unfolding isn't chaos. It's cleansing. There is nothing random about this. The spiritual activity around you is not coincidence. It is confirmation. God has been watching and He's had enough. The false papers, the fake alliances, the secret strategies formed against your name, God is tearing them up one by one. And with every divine tear He sheds, truth floods in to replace the lies. Right now, you are standing in the middle of a holy interruption. Heaven is breaking in to remind the earth, this one is mine, and nothing can chain what God has chosen to free. 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 22 warns that, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm. This is your turning point, not because you're finally loud enough, not because you're fighting back, but because God is fighting for you. He's standing in places you never entered, rewriting the narrative where your voice was never invited. Listen closely. The arrest you hear about will not end in your ruin. It will mark your rise. This is where you stop being the one people pity and become the one people marvel at. Because everything meant to bury you is now breaking around you. You are not the victim of this story. You are the revelation. Let that settle in your spirit. You are not meant to collapse under accusations. You were built to rise on the wings of truth. What the enemy meant for destruction, God is using for demonstration. Your life is about to speak louder than those who tried to silence you. And what is God saying through you? That He still shows up for His children. That the cries of the misunderstood reach His ears. That when injustice gains ground, heaven steps in not with delay, but with divine force. Psalm chapter 37, verse 28 guarantees that, for the Lord loves justice and will not forsake His faithful ones. Even now, Michael's cry echoes in the spiritual realm. This one belongs to the Lord, and nothing, no lie, no label, no legal paper, no spiritual attack can undo what God has decreed. Your story is not collapsing, it's clearing. Your name is not sinking, it's being lifted. And as this spiritual verdict unfolds, the light of God will divide you from everything that tried to shadow your name. Do not confuse this shaking with instability. It is the sound of the enemy's foundation crumbling beneath your feet. It is the holy rumble that always precedes revival. And in this revival, you are not on the sidelines. You are the living proof that God defends, restores, and elevates what others tried to erase. So listen carefully. Don't let your fear misinterpret this season. This is not your fault. This is your release. This is not the silence of heaven. It's the strategic timing of a God who waits until just the right moment to thunder into the courtroom of human judgment and declare, my child will not be buried under lies. Heaven cries not because it's afraid, but because it loves you too fiercely to stay silent any longer. You are not being arrested. You are being remembered. You are not being condemned. You are being cleared. And the weight you've carried is being lifted even now, because what looks like trouble will become your testimony. Right now, in this very second, something sacred is unfolding, a moment not crafted by man, but authored by heaven. God is speaking not with thunder, not with fire, but with tears, holy, weighty tears that hold the power to shift your entire life. And if you're listening, it's because this message was destined to reach you before this day even began. You didn't click this by accident. You were drawn here because your name, your very identity, is tied to a spiritual shift already underway. There is movement in the unseen. The winds are stirring, and heaven is saying, stay strong, my child. Watch what I'm about to do. Don't scroll. Don't move. What comes next is not simply revelation. It is a rescue. God's voice is breaking through the static of this world, cutting past the noise, the distractions, the lies whispered behind your back. His tears are not sorrowful. They are strategic. Every drop carries authority, washing away false accusations, exposing hidden plots, and clearing a path through the wilderness you've been walking for far too long. This is not your end. This is your emergence. Something massive is happening in the spirit. A holy exposure is being prepared not in the way the world expects, but in the way heaven has orchestrated. This arrest is not your downfall. It's not your shame. It's the end of a spiritual campaign against you. It's the moment the weight lifts. It's the chapter where what was hidden in secret is dragged into the light, not to harm you, but to vindicate you. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14 vows that the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Even now, someone who tried to use your name for their gain is losing power. Someone who carried lies like a torch is seeing that flame extinguished. The Lord is saying, my child will not carry the weight of what they did. My child will rise. Do you feel that? That pull in your chest, that stillness in your spirit, that's heaven touching your soul, whispering truth through every beat of your heart. What you're hearing now is not ordinary. It's divine alignment, and standing at your side, unseen but powerfully present, is Archangel Michael. With his sword drawn blazing with holy fire, he is cutting down every invisible trap set against your name. With his wings wide, he is shielding you from every accusation, every dart, every lie that tried to embed itself into your destiny. This isn't just about personal vindication. This is about divine justice. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 commands that, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Heaven has declared you innocent where the world tried to declare you guilty. Not because you defended yourself, but because God stepped in with power and said no more. What was planned in secrecy is being exposed publicly. What was said in quiet corners will be shouted down by truth. And the ones who conspired against you, they will have no choice but to bow their heads, not to you, but to the justice of the Almighty. This is the beginning of a great reversal. You've walked with heaviness. You've asked questions in silence. You've wondered why the weight seemed to grow heavier with every step. But here's the truth. The pressure you felt was not punishment. It was preparation. It was the resistance that came just before breakthrough. And now the breaking has begun not of you, but of the barriers that tried to hold you back. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19 foretells that when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. The tears of God are not weakness. They are weapons. They are the waters that soften the soil of your destiny so that what was buried by betrayal, delay, or deceit can bloom again. Right now, those tears are falling over your story. They are cleansing the chapters others tried to stain. They are washing away the dust people threw on your name. And with every tear, the ground beneath you is shifting, cracking open to reveal the truth that you were never forgotten, never discarded, and never abandoned. The conversations happening behind your back, they're about to be revealed in front of you. The accusations dismantled, the lies disarmed, and through it all, you will not be destroyed. You will be delivered. This is not chaos. This is not a coincidence. This is the hand of God moving with precision. You've endured the silence. Now you'll experience the shift. Heaven has already prepared the outcome. Your enemies will not have the final word. God will. Your name is not written in shame. It is written in light. What was once weaponized against you is now testifying in your favor. The truth is marching forward, and it bears your name. Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 4 pledges that, "For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies to give you victory, and that victory is near." Don't misinterpret what you're going through. The shaking isn't a warning. It's birthing. The ground is making room for the new thing God is establishing in you. This moment, as unsettling as it may feel, is holy, and the tears falling from heaven, they are the final sign that your breakthrough is not just coming, it's here. What was locked was unlocked. What was stuck is shifting. What was hidden is coming to light. And your story will be the evidence that when God cries, He moves. You will stand not because you fought your way through, but because heaven fought for you. This is the moment everything changes. Not with noise, but with tears. Not through chaos, but through cleansing. Heaven is not silent. Heaven is crying. And every tear is a declaration. This one belongs to me. You will not fall. You will not fade. You will not be buried. You will rise, you will shine, and your name will be known in heaven and honored on earth. Heaven has spoken, and its tears have cleared the path. Don't move. Not now. Not when heaven is speaking so clearly. These words you're hearing, they're not just sentences. They're not random or accidental. They are divine confirmation that God has already gone ahead of you. Every line is a thread woven into the fabric of your destiny. And right now, the heavens are leaning in, not to warn you of destruction, but to announce your release. This very moment carries eternal weight, not because of what you see around you, but because of what is shifting above you. The voice of God is trembling not out of fear, but out of fierce love. And his tears are falling not in sorrow, but in power. Power that breaks chains, power that rewrites false reports, power that overturns what the enemy hoped to seal. In the unseen archangel, Michael is moving. His sword, blazing with justice, cuts through layers of deception, contracts, conspiracies, hidden agendas spoken in back rooms and whispered across tables you were never invited to. But God was there. He heard it all, and now he speaks. This child will not be lost. This child will be lifted. You are not caught in the chaos. You are standing at the center of a divine shift. What others meant to use against you has now become evidence of what God will use to reveal you. What was once a burden on your shoulders is now the banner of your breakthrough. Psalm chapter 34 verse 7 encircles that the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him. Right now, somewhere beyond your eyes, a major arrest is unfolding. But this arrest isn't meant to take you down. It's meant to raise you up. The lies that were spoken, the plans that were formed, the judgments made without your knowledge, every one of them is unraveling. The same voices that once spoke against you are going silent. The very people who tried to place your name in the middle of destruction are now watching as God clears the air, lifts the fog, calls you forward. You were never meant to carry the weight of their falsehood. Heaven has ruled in your favor. Romans chapter 8 verse 31 questions that, if God is for us, who can be against us? Archangel Michael is not a passive observer. His wings surround you now, holding back every dart thrown in the dark. His sword has already struck through the lies woven around your name. And while others see confusion, you are standing in the midst of divine clarity. You've asked yourself, why does this feel so heavy? Why is everything shifting so quickly? The answer is simple. Heaven is intervening. God saw what you couldn't, and in mercy he stepped in not to warn you of a storm, but to declare, you will not face this alone. This is more than spiritual warfare. It is a spiritual verdict, and the ruling is clear. You are not guilty. You are chosen. You are being protected, elevated, and vindicated. Chapter 22, verse 3 describes that the Lord is my defender. He is the God who saves me. He will punish my enemies and make them pay for the wrongs they did to me. What was meant to bind you is being bound itself. What was meant to trap you is being locked away. The snares that others tried to place in your path have turned back on them. Not because of your strength, but because of his presence. God cries not because he fears for you, but because he loves you too much to let injustice go unanswered. Each tear from his eyes carries both healing and authority. They're washing the lies off your story, softening the hardened ground of your past, and turning every buried promise into resurrected truth. Heaven is not done. God's voice has been shaking the foundations of deception, and now the last chains are falling. The enemies of your destiny have already lost. Their plans are collapsing, even as these words touch your spirit. Isaiah chapter 60 verse 1 exhorts that, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. Don't think for a moment this is just emotional comfort. This is a legal movement in the spiritual realm. The courtroom of heaven has convened, and the judgment is not against you. It is for you. You will not walk in shame. You will walk in vindication. You will not be buried in falsehood. You will be lifted in truth. You will not end in defeat. Your story ends in victory. What others tried to seal has been unsealed. What they tried to hide is now being uncovered. The very moment they thought would bury you is becoming the platform God uses to establish you. And make no mistake, your name has been written in heaven's plans long before it was whispered on the lips of those who doubted you. This was never about punishment. This has always been about revelation. Psalm chapter 56 verse 8 records that, "You have kept count of my tossings. Put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? God's tears have never been wasted. Every drop has been recorded, not to mark your sorrow, but to track your turnaround." This moment, this divine second, is not the beginning of the end. It's the start of a reversal so complete that even your enemies will marvel. And when it's all said and done, your testimony won't just be survival. It will be evidence that God still speaks, still moves, and still defends His own. What was meant to break you is now building you. What was planned to silence you is amplifying your voice. And the tears you cried in secret, heaven heard them all. And now, heaven is crying with you, not in grief, but in glory. Stay right here. Don't move. Because this isn't just encouragement. It's the execution of a divine plan that has been in motion longer than you know. Your release has been written, your name has been cleared, and your story is shifting. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. This is not your downfall. This is your divine unveiling. This is your freedom forged in the fire of truth. This is heaven's cry for your destiny to rise. Every move from heaven declares your restoration, a bold and unstoppable truth that you are not forgotten. No matter how fierce the storm has been, no matter how many voices try to stain your name, God still sees you wrapped in light. His memory does not fade. Your identity has not been lost. You are known. You are loved. You are chosen right now in the unseen realm. A divine reversal is unfolding not against you, but against what has stood against you. Heaven has already ruled, and the earth is about to catch up. Decisions have been made above that will echo below. The silence you've endured is about to be shattered by the roar of God's justice. Your name so casually passed around in conversations that never had your consent so recklessly tied to false narratives is about to be redeemed. Listen closely. God says, "My child will not be framed by lies. My child will stand when others fall. My child's story will become the proof of my glory." Those who plotted in shadows are walking into the traps they designed. Those who whispered behind closed doors are about to choke on their own words. This is not vengeance. This is vindication. Archangel Michael is not watching from a distance. He is in motion. His wings blaze like fire, in the spirit cutting through every veil of darkness. His sword flashes through dimensions unseen, and his footsteps crash like thunder as he clears the path set before you. He was sent because God saw how heavy the weight was that had been placed on your name, the shame, the confusion, the quiet torment of being misunderstood. But now the shift is here. Chains are falling without warning. Doors are opening without explanation. Light is flooding into the corners where falsehoods once festered. Stay with this moment. This is more than a message. It's a revelation. God weeps not because he is weak, but because his love cannot bear to watch his child carry shame that never belonged to them. His tears cleanse your record. They rewrite your story in heaven's ink. And what's being sealed over you now is not a sentence of sorrow, but a covenant of favor. When the moment of arrest becomes visible, when truth is dragged into daylight, you will understand. This was never about punishing you. It was about freeing you. Psalm chapter 129 verse 4 testifies that the Lord is righteous. He has cut me free from the cords of the wicked. Do not overlook the weight of what you are hearing. God is shouting louder than your doubts, louder than the voices that try to define you, louder than your past. Stay, believe. Watch what I am about to do for you. These tears, his tears are rewriting everything, and the voice of Archangel Michael now resounds across eternity. No chain will hold you, no lie will bury you. This child will rise. This moment will shake you not in fear but in awe, because you will know beyond doubt that heaven never left your side. Wait, don't blink. The final act is unfolding, and you cannot miss a single word. God has pulled you into this divine second because this exact moment was written with your name upon it. Heaven has aligned time, space, and breath so you could hear this. My child, you will not be destroyed. You will be delivered. The arrest is not coming. It has already begun. And you, the one called and marked, were not drawn into this for disgrace, but for grace. Your name is being spoken in places that once carried schemes. But heaven has declared, this name is mine. This life is mine. This destiny cannot be stolen. Those who set the trap are now tangled in their own designs. Those who pushed you down are falling into their own pit. The shaking you feel, it's not destruction. It's God overturning tables in your favor. Heaven's warrior cries too, but not with grief. His cry is a war cry, a battle roar that shakes the unseen and declares with unrelenting force. No hand will touch you. No accusation will bury you. No lie will define you. His wings blaze, forming a barrier that darkness cannot cross. His sword has already cut through the last thread of deception. You are not waiting to be set free. You are free. Psalm chapter 18, verse 28 illuminates that you, Lord, keep my lamp burning. My God turns my darkness into light. The arrest is not yours, it is theirs. And your part in this isn't destruction, it's testimony. Heaven is using you as the stage upon which its justice will be displayed. Not because you were strong enough, but because God was merciful enough. He cries because he knows what you've carried. The nights no one saw, the tears no one counted, the prayers you whispered through clenched jaws and tired faith. His tears are not pity, they are power. They are heaven's final words spoken over your life. My child, you will rise. My child, you will shine. My child, you will walk out of this in glory. And when the dust settles, when the world sees what heaven already knew, they will not see a victim. They will see a vessel of power, redemption, and divine truth. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 10 promises that, but the God of all grace, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. Let that truth settle in your soul. You are already standing in victory. The proof of your deliverance is not in the absence of battle. It is in the presence of a God who fought for you. You have not been overlooked. You have not been cast aside. You have been protected even in the silence. And now heaven is making its voice known for you around you and through you. This was not the enemy's final act. This was heaven's stage being set, and the curtain was lifted. The chains are broken and your name is shining again. So now, let this truth settle deep into your spirit. What you've just heard has never been about hype, emotion, or coincidence. It's been about divine orchestration. Every word you've received, every line that stirred your soul was heaven calling your name. This message was written with your identity sealed inside it. Not to alarm you, but to awaken you. You were never meant to miss this. You didn't stumble here. You were drawn, summoned, chosen because this is your moment of release. What the enemy tried to use to break you, God is using to build you. What was hidden in secret heaven is now revealing in truth. A major arrest, both spiritual and prophetic, is not coming. It has already begun. And this arrest is not about your downfall. It's about the dismantling of every false system that tries to define your worth. It's about heaven overturning verdicts written without your voice, decisions made without your presence, and lies spoken without consequence. But now, God has said enough. And when God speaks, every hidden thing is exposed. Every chain starts to crack, and every plot collapses under the weight of his justice. Heaven has not been silent. Heaven has been watching, weeping and working, and now through his tears God has sealed your victory. The tears he shed were not signs of sorrow, but stamps of authority. They broke open the skies, shook the unseen realms, and released angels on assignment for your name. Archangel Michael has not stood still. His voice has roared with justice. His wings have shielded you in the fire, and his sword has slashed through the cords of confusion and deception. Heaven is no longer just watching. It is intervening, and you are the living evidence. So what now? How do you walk out this revelation in your everyday life? You stay steady. You stay clean. You stay close to God. Let go of trying to fight in your own strength. Lay down the need to explain yourself to people who never wanted to understand you. Stop rehearsing the pain of betrayal and start rehearsing the promises God already spoke over you. Begin each day asking, Lord, what do you want to reveal today? Speak life over your name. Walk in humility, but with confidence. Forgive even when they don't ask. Obey even when it costs. Stay in alignment because the evidence of your vindication is already in motion. Let your daily steps reflect the truth of this spiritual arrest. Live as one who has been set free. Be kind where bitterness once lived. Serve where you once hid. And worship not for what you feel, but because of what God already finished. This is not a message to just inspire you emotionally. It's a message to reposition you spiritually. Heaven's cry is your confirmation. You are not buried. You are being planted. You are not punished. You are being prepared. You are not collapsing. You are being crowned. So hear me. This is your confirmation. You are not supposed to miss this message. You were chosen to hear it because heaven wanted you to know this is your moment of release. This is the day where lies are arrested, truth is revealed, and your destiny is unlocked. Stay in faith. Stay obedient. Stay watchful because what comes next won't break you. It will make you. What's unfolding is not your end. It is the opening line of everything God promised. The tears of God have sealed your victory. The cry of Archangel Michael has declared your triumph. This is not the end of you. This is the beginning of everything. Heaven has paused everything else. This moment is for you. Before we end this moment of revelation, I want to lead you into a sacred space of prayer. This isn't a casual prayer. This is a divine transaction. A spiritual shift is already underway. And this prayer is your agreement with heaven. Father God, right now I step into your presence with open hands and a trembling heart. I recognize that this is not an ordinary moment. This is holy ground. You have been calling me, drawing me in through every line I heard, every word that stirred something deep inside. And now I respond. You are the God who sees in secret and speaks in power. You are the one who bottles every tear and records every sigh. And right now, Lord, I thank you for your tears. I thank you that your weeping over me is not sorrow, but warfare. That every drop is breaking chains I didn't even see. That your voice has echoed through eternity just to reach me in this exact moment. Lord, I declare I am not forgotten. My name is not erased. My story is not over. You, O God, have written my name in light, and no darkness can ever steal it again. I come against every false accusation and every whisper of shame, every plan spoken behind my back. In the name of Jesus, I declare, they are null and void. I receive the protection of your angels, God. I thank you that Archangel Michael is moving on my behalf right now. With flaming sword and blazing wings, he is cutting through every spiritual contract not authored by you. Every curse, every lie, every weight placed on my name by human hands is being destroyed. You have said, this child will not carry the weight of what others did. This child will rise. And I believe you, Father. I believe you with everything in me. So now I release the shame. I release the bitterness. I let go of the questions I can't answer and the pain I've been afraid to speak. You saw it all. And your tears have already begun the healing. Lord, redeem the silence, redeem the rejection. Use the very weapons formed against me to elevate me, to position me, and to make my life proof of your power. I speak over my life. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10, encourages that, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Chosen ones, the storm of that battle was only the prelude to what God is unveiling now. The arrests thundering from heaven are not to punish you, but to clear the path for the celebration you have already earned. You endured the fight you stood when everything shook, and the verdict just came down from the throne room you passed with flying colors. What looked like chaos was the final exam, and your faithfulness scored perfect. Now wipe the war paint off, lift your head, and get ready to rejoice. Because the chains are snapping, the accuser is silenced, and your victory parade starts today. Look at Joseph in the Bible. Sold into slavery, falsely accused, thrown into prison. His life was a series of tests that would have broken most. Yet Genesis chapter 50 verse 20 mentions that you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. Joseph passed his test not because he avoided pain, but because he trusted God's plan through it all. And what was his reward? God elevated him to a position of power, wealth, and influence, making him a blessing to nations. You chosen ones are walking in Joseph's footsteps. The tests you faced, whether financial struggles, broken relationships, or moments of self-doubt, were not meant to destroy you. They were meant to refine you, to prepare you for the divine prosperity and purpose God has waiting. Your victory is not just a personal triumph. It's a testimony to God's faithfulness. When you chose to live righteously to help others, even when you were struggling to pray, when you felt weak, you were sowing seeds of faith. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 confirms that, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." You didn't give up, chosen ones. You kept doing good, kept trusting, kept shining your light. And now the harvest is here. God is opening doors you never imagined. Doors to financial breakthroughs, to healed relationships, to a renewed body and spirit. Your life is about to become a living testament to His power, a beacon that draws others to His love. People will look at you and wonder, how did they do it? How did they rise so high after all they've been through? And you'll smile, knowing it was God's grace that carried you through. This moment is your divine turning point. The tests you've passed have unlocked a season of celebration where God's promises are no longer distant hopes, but tangible realities. Imagine this: a life where financial stress is replaced with abundance, where weariness is replaced with vitality, where doubt is replaced with unshakable confidence in God's plan. This is not a dream. It's your destiny. Psalm chapter 23 verse 5 affirms that you prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Your cup, chosen ones, is about to overflow. The table is set. The blessings are ready. And God is inviting you to step into a season of joy, prosperity, and divine favor. Your enemies, those doubt spheres, or even people who doubted you, will watch in awe as God elevates you to heights you never thought possible. But here's the key, chosen ones. To fully step into this season of abundance, you must continue to live righteously. God's blessings are not just for you to enjoy, they're for you to share. As you receive wealth, use it to uplift others. As you receive peace, spread it to those who are hurting. As you receive strength, help carry the burdens of those who are weak. Matthew chapter 5 verse 16 notes that, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your life is a light, chosen ones, and every act of kindness, every moment of generosity, every prayer you offer amplifies that light. By living a life of goodness, you're not just securing your own blessings, you're becoming a vessel for God's love to transform the world around you. Let me share a story that mirrors your journey. Consider Esther, a young woman who faced a test of courage that could have cost her life when she was called to stand before the king to save her people. She didn't rely on her own strength. She fasted, prayed, and trusted God's timing. Esther chapter 4 verse 16 shows her resolve. "I will go to the king even though it is against the law. And if I perish, I perish." But she didn't perish. God turned her test into a triumph, making her a queen who saved a nation. You chosen ones have faced your own moments of, "If I perish, I perish." You've stepped out in faith, trusting God, even when the odds were against you. And just like Esther, your faith has positioned you for a divine elevation. God is turning your tests into testimonies, your struggles into stories of victory. Now let's talk about prosperity. Not just the financial kind, but the kind that fills every part of your life. Prosperity in God's kingdom is not about hoarding wealth. It's about living in overflow, where your needs are met, your heart is full, and you have more than enough to give. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 to 10 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." When you honor God with your time, your talents, and your resources, He promises to fill your life to overflowing. This is the kind of prosperity God has for you chosen ones. A life where your bank account is full, your spirit is vibrant, and your purpose is clear. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, and your thriving will inspire others to seek God's goodness. As you step into this new season, know that God's provision is limitless. The world may tell you that wealth is scarce, that opportunities are limited, that you have to fight for every scrap. But God's economy is different. He is the God of abundance, the one who fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. Matthew chapter 14, verses 17 to 21. He is the God who turned water into wine. John chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. Who provided a ram for Abraham's sacrifice. Genesis chapter 22, verse 13. If He can do that, chosen ones, imagine what He can do for you. Your financial struggles are ending. Your health is being renewed. Your relationships are being restored. All because you passed the test. God is not limited by your circumstances. He is the God of miracles, and He's working miracles in your life right now. But with great blessing comes great responsibility. As God pours out His abundance, He calls you to steward it wisely. Luke chapter 16, verse 10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Your tests have proven that you can be trusted, chosen ones. You've been faithful in the small things, praying through pain, giving when you had little, trusting when the way was unclear. Now God is entrusting you with much. Use your wealth to bless others, to support ministries, to build communities. Use your influence to spread hope, to show others that God is faithful. Your prosperity is not just for you. It's a tool to advance God's kingdom, to show the world that His love is real and His promises are true. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever felt like giving up? Like the tests were too hard, the path too steep? Yet here you are, still standing still, shining, still trusting. That's not by accident, it's by divine design. God has been with you every step of the way, guiding you, strengthening you, preparing you for this moment. Psalm chapter 139, verse 16 says, "Your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be." God knew every test you would face, every victory you would win. He wrote this moment of celebration into your story before you were born. So lift your head, chosen ones, and start celebrating. The tests are over. The victory is won, and the blessings are here. As you embrace this season of abundance, let me encourage you to keep your heart pure. The enemy will try to tempt you with pride, greed, or doubt, but you've already proven you're stronger than that. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8 warns, "Be alert and of sober mind." Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. But you chosen ones are untouchable. You've passed the test, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17. Stay rooted in prayer. Stay grounded in God's word and keep doing good. The more you live righteously, the more God's blessings will flow. Your life is a testimony, and every act of kindness, every moment of faith amplifies that testimony. Imagine this, chosen ones. A life where you wake up every day knowing your needs are met, your purpose is clear, and your heart is at peace. This is what God has for you. John chapter 10, verse 10 declares, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." God didn't just save you to survive. He saved you to thrive, to live a life so full of joy, purpose, and prosperity that it overflows into the lives of others. Your wealth will open doors to help those in need. Your health will inspire others to seek God's healing. Your light will draw others to His love. This is the life of a chosen ones, a life that glorifies God and transforms the world. Let me share another example from history to inspire you. Think of David, a shepherd boy who faced Goliath when no one else dared. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 45 shows his courage. David said to the Philistine, "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." David didn't rely on his own strength. He trusted God's power. And what was the result? A victory that echoed through generations. You chosen ones have faced your own Goliaths, doubts, fears, hardships, and you've won because you trusted in God. Now, like David, you're being elevated to a place of honor, influence, and abundance. Celebrate this victory, because it's only the beginning. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God's timing is perfect. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 tells us, "There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens." Your season of testing was necessary, but now it's your season of reaping. The struggles you faced were not in vain. God is declaring, "Well done, good and faithful servant," because every time you chose faith over fear, helped others through your pain, and prayed in weakness, you passed His tests. Now your unimaginable reward arrives, not just wealth or health, but a purpose-filled life where needs are met, joy overflows, and every day feels like a gift. This victory launches a new chapter. Renew your mind daily. Stay humble, knowing every good gift comes from above, and live boldly, lovingly, and generously to multiply blessings and impact the world like Abraham. Keep trusting God's timing, speaking life, giving thanks, and shining as a light, for He's doing a new thing, renewing your strength and opening floodgates of abundance that will build an eternal legacy of grace, influence, and divine surprises. Giving you favor with people you never thought you'd meet, opening doors you never thought you'd walk through. Trust His process, embrace His opportunities, and watch your life become a masterpiece of His grace. But as you step into these opportunities, stay rooted in humility. The world will tempt you to chase fame, to seek glory for yourself. But you chosen ones know that all glory belongs to God. Psalm chapter 115 verse 1 says, "Not to us, Lord, not to us, but to your name be the glory because of your love and faithfulness." Every blessing you receive, every door that opens, every victory you celebrate, it's all for God's glory. Keep pointing people to Him. Keep giving Him the praise. Keep living in a way that shows the world His love. Your humility will keep you grounded, and your faith will keep you soaring. Now let's talk about the power of rest. In this season of celebration, God is calling you to rest in His promises. The tests you faced were exhausting, but now it's time to rest in His provision. Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest, chosen ones. Rest in the knowledge that God is in control. Rest in the assurance that your needs are met. Rest in the certainty that your future is secure. This rest is not laziness. It's a holy confidence, a trust that God is working even when you can't see it. As you rest in Him, you'll find your strength renewed, your vision clarified, your purpose ignited. Your rest is a testimony. When the world sees you at peace in the midst of chaos, they'll wonder, how do they do it? And you'll point them to God, the source of your peace. Philippians chapter 4 verse 7 says, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Your peace, chosen ones, is a shield. It protects you from doubt, from fear, from the enemy's lies. It's a peace that draws others to God, showing them that His love is real. His promises are true. His provision is enough. As you rest in God's promises, know that He's preparing you for a life of impact. Your victory is not just about personal success, it's about changing the world. Luke chapter 4 verse 18 says, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor." You chosen ones are anointed. You're anointed to proclaim good news, to bring hope to the hopeless, to bring healing to the broken. Your life is a message, a declaration that God is faithful, that His love never fails, that His promises are yes and amen. Live out this anointing, chosen ones. Share the good news. Spread the love. Change the world. Let me share a story to inspire you. Think of Paul and Silas, who were imprisoned for their faith. Acts chapter 16, verse 25 says, "About midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. In their darkest moment, they chose worship over worry, faith over fear. And what happened? God sent an earthquake, broke their chains, and set them free. You chosen ones have been in your own prisons, moments of doubt, fear, or hardship. But you chose faith. You chose worship. You chose trust. And now God is breaking your chains, setting you free, and using your story to inspire others. Your worship is a weapon. Your faith is a key, and your victory is a testimony. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God is multiplying your blessings. The tests you've passed have prepared you for a harvest that's beyond your imagination. Haggai chapter 2 verse 19 says, "From this day on, I will bless you." From this day on, chosen ones, God is blessing you. Your finances are being multiplied. Your health is being restored. Your relationships are being healed. Every seed you've sown, every prayer, every act of kindness, every moment of faith is producing a harvest that will leave you in awe. Celebrate this because God's blessings are overtaking you. But don't let these blessings make you complacent. The enemy will try to distract you, to pull you away from God's purpose. 1 Corinthians chapter 16 verse 13 says, "Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Stay vigilant, chosen ones." Keep your eyes on God, your heart in His word, your life in His purpose. The more you stay rooted in Him, the more your blessings will grow. Your life is a garden, and God is the gardener, pruning, watering, and bringing forth fruit that lasts. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you wisdom. James chapter 1 verse 5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all, without finding fault, and it will be given to you." Ask for wisdom, chosen ones. Ask God to guide your decisions, to show you His path, to lead you in His truth. With His wisdom, you'll make choices that align with His will, that multiply your blessings, that amplify your impact. Your wisdom is a divine gift that sets you apart, guiding you to make decisions rooted in God's truth rather than fear, greed, or pride, shielding you, unlocking opportunities, and turning your life into a masterpiece of His faithfulness. Forgiveness is your key to prosperity. Release bitterness and pain. To invite healing and abundance, for forgiving aligns your heart with God's and transforms your future, just as Jesus forgave on the cross to change the world. God surrounds you with favor like a shield, opening unstoppable doors, protecting you and paving impossible paths. So walk confidently in it and use it to bless others through generosity, reflecting His abundant heart and inviting more blessings back. Your prayers are powerful weapons that move mountains, break chains, heal hearts, and call forth miracles. Pray boldly for wisdom, strength, family, and the world, like Hannah, whose pleas brought forth a nation-changing prophet, bridging heaven to earth with God's transformative power. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you resilience. The tests you've passed have built a strength in you that cannot be shaken. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 to 4 says, "We also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope." Your resilience, chosen ones, is a gift. It's the strength to keep going, the courage to keep believing, the hope to keep dreaming. No matter what comes your way, you'll stand firm because God is your foundation. Your resilience is a testimony. When others see you rise above challenges, they'll see God's power in you. When they see you thrive despite adversity, they'll see God's faithfulness. When they see you hope in the face of hardship, they'll see God's love. Your life is a story, chosen ones, and every chapter is a testament to His grace. Keep writing this story with faith, with courage, with love. The world is reading, and your resilience is inspiring them to seek God. Let's talk about the power of vision. As a chosen ones, God is giving you a new vision for your life. Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 2 to 3 says, "Write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. For the revelation awaits an appointed time. Write down your dreams, chosen ones. Write down the vision God has placed in your heart. Make it plain. Make it clear. Make it bold. Your vision is not just a dream. It's a blueprint for the life God has for you. As you pursue this vision, God will bring it to pass in His perfect time. Your vision is not just for you, it's for the world. Think of Noah, who built an ark when no one else saw the rain coming. Genesis chapter 6 verse 22 says Noah did everything just as God commanded him. His obedience to God's vision saved his family and preserved life on earth. Your obedience, chosen ones, will save lives too. Your vision will inspire others. Your faith will encourage them. Your success will show them what's possible. Keep pursuing your vision. Keep trusting God. Keep walking in His purpose. Your life is a masterpiece and God is the artist. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God is giving you joy. Psalm chapter 16 verse 11 says, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand." Your joy, chosen ones, is a gift from God. It's not based on your circumstances. It's based on His presence. No matter what happens, you can have joy because God is with you. Your joy is a light, a strength, a testimony. Let it shine. Let it overflow. Let it draw others to God's love. Your joy is contagious. When others see you smiling through challenges, praising through pain, celebrating through trials, they'll want to know your secret, and you'll tell them, "It's not me, it's God." Your joy, chosen ones, is a weapon. It breaks the chains of despair. It shatters the lies of the enemy. It opens the door to God's blessings. Keep rejoicing, keep praising, keep celebrating. Your joy is changing the world. Let me encourage you to keep dreaming. The tests you've passed have shown you that nothing is impossible with God. Luke chapter 1 verse 37 says, "For no word from God will ever fail." Your dreams, chosen ones, are not just wishes, they're promises. God has placed them in your heart, and He will bring them to pass. Dream of prosperity. Dream of impact. Dream of a life that glorifies Him. As you dream, trust that God is working behind the scenes, aligning every detail, preparing every opportunity, fulfilling every promise. Your dreams are not too big for God. Think of Sarah, who laughed when God promised her a son in her old age. Genesis chapter 21 verse 2 says, "Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age at the very time God had promised him." Her laughter turned to joy. Her doubt turned to faith. Her dream turned to reality. Your dreams, chosen ones, will become reality too. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep dreaming. God is faithful and His promises are true. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you courage. Joshua chapter 1 verse 9 says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Your courage, chosen ones, is a gift. It's the strength to step out in faith, to face the unknown, to trust God's plan. No matter what lies ahead, you can be courageous because God is with you. Your courage is a light, a testimony, a legacy. Let it shine, let it inspire, let it change the world. Your courage is not just for you, it's for others. When others see you step out in faith, they'll find the courage to do the same. When they see you trust God despite the odds, they'll trust Him too. When they see you rise above fear, they'll rise too. Your life, chosen ones, is a ripple effect, touching hearts, changing lives, building God's kingdom. Keep being courageous, keep being faithful, keep being you. The world needs your light, and God is using you to shine it brightly. Let's talk about the power of divine alignment. When you align your heart, your mind, and your actions with God's will, you step into a flow of blessings that cannot be stopped. This alignment isn't about striving or forcing things to happen. It's about surrendering to God's perfect plan, trusting that He knows the way, even when you can't see it. Think of Abraham, who left his homeland without knowing where he was going, trusting God's promise in Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. Abraham's obedience aligned him with God's purpose, and he became the father of nations. You chosen ones are walking in that same obedience. Your trust in God is aligning you with His promises, and the blessings that follow will be greater than you can imagine. This alignment brings clarity. The world may try to confuse you, to cloud your vision with distractions or doubts, but God is giving you a divine lens to see His truth. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 to 6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight." Your paths, chosen ones, are being made straight. The confusion of the past is fading, the obstacles are dissolving, and the way forward is clear. You're stepping into a season where every decision you make is guided by God's wisdom. Every opportunity you seize is orchestrated by His hand, and every success you achieve is a reflection of His glory. Celebrate this clarity, because it's leading you to a life of purpose and abundance. Now let's talk about the gift of divine confidence. As a chosen ones, you're not meant to shrink back or doubt your worth. You're meant to stand tall, knowing that God has equipped you for greatness. Hebrews chapter 10, verses 35 to 36 says, "So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded." You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. Your confidence, chosen ones, is not rooted in your own abilities. It's rooted in God's promises. You've passed the tests, you've persevered, and now it's time to walk boldly into the rewards He has prepared. This confidence will open doors, attract opportunities, and inspire others to believe in God's power. Your confidence is magnetic. When you walk into a room, people will notice the light in your eyes, the strength in your posture, the peace in your presence. They'll see a chosen one who knows their worth, who trusts God's plan, who radiates His love. This confidence isn't arrogance. It's faith in action. It's the assurance that God is with you, that His promises are true, that your future is secure. So hold your head high, chosen ones. Speak with authority. Act with boldness, live with purpose. Your confidence is a testimony, a declaration that God is faithful, and it will draw others to His truth. Let's talk about the power of gratitude. As you step into this season of abundance, gratitude will be your anchor, keeping you grounded in God's love. 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 34 says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever." Every blessing you receive, every door that opens, every moment of joy, it's all a gift from God. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you're not just saying, "Thank you." You're opening the door for more blessings to flow. Gratitude shifts your perspective, turning challenges into opportunities, lack into abundance, fear into faith. It's a powerful act of worship that aligns your heart with God's. Gratitude is transformative. Think of the leper in Luke chapter 17, verse 15, who returned to thank Jesus after being healed. His gratitude set him apart, and Jesus said, "Rise and go. Your faith has made you well." Your gratitude, chosen ones, is making you well. It's healing your heart, renewing your spirit, amplifying your blessings. Every time you thank God for what He's done, you're preparing the way for what He's about to do. So give thanks in every moment when the blessings are obvious and when they're still unfolding. Your gratitude is a seed, and God promises a harvest that will overflow. As you walk in this season of victory, know that God is giving you discernment. The world is full of noise voices telling you what to do, where to go, who to be. But God is sharpening your ability to hear His voice above it all. John chapter 10, verse 27 says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me." You chosen ones are His sheep. You know His voice, and you follow His lead. This discernment will guide you through decisions, protect you from deception, and lead you to opportunities that align with His purpose. Trust it. Lean into it. Celebrate it. Your discernment is a gift that sets you apart. Your discernment is a shield. It protects you from the enemy's lies, from the world's distractions, from the temptation to stray from God's path. When others are swayed by confusion or fear, you'll stand firm knowing exactly what God has called you to do. This discernment will lead you to the right people, the right places, the right opportunities. It will help you navigate business ventures, relationships, and dreams with clarity and confidence. As you walk in discernment, you'll see God's hand moving in ways you never imagined, guiding you to a life of purpose and prosperity. Let's talk about the power of stewardship. As a chosen ones, God is entrusting you with resources, time, money, talents, and influence. Luke chapter 16 verse 11 says, "So if you have not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches?" Your stewardship, chosen ones, is a testament to your faith. When you manage your resources wisely, giving generously, investing strategically, using your time purposefully, you're showing God that you're ready for more. Your stewardship is not about holding tightly to what you have. It's about trusting God to multiply what you give. Think of the parable of the talents in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. The servants who invested their talents were rewarded, while the one who buried his talent lost it. You chosen ones are an investor. Every act of kindness, every dollar you give, every moment you spend serving others is an investment in God's kingdom. And God promises to multiply your investments. Your wealth will grow, your influence will expand, your impact will deepen. So steward well, chosen ones. Give generously, love boldly, serve faithfully. Your stewardship is building a legacy that will outlast you as you step into this season of celebration. Know that God is giving you a heart of compassion. The tests you've passed have softened your heart, not hardened it. They've taught you to see others through God's eyes, to love them as He does. 1 John chapter 3 verse 17 says, "If anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person?" Your compassion, chosen ones, is a reflection of God's love. It's the ability to see the hurting, to hear the broken, to help the needy. It's a gift that makes you a light in the darkness. Your compassion is powerful. When you reach out to someone in need, you're not just helping them, you're showing them God's love. When you listen to someone's pain, you're not just comforting them, you're pointing them to God's healing. When you give to those who have nothing, you're not just providing, you're proving that God's provision is real. Your compassion is a bridge connecting people to the heart of God. So keep loving, keep giving, keep caring. Your compassion is changing lives, and God is using it to build His kingdom. Let's talk about the power of faith. Your faith has carried you through the tests, and now it's carrying you into a season of abundance. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." Your faith, chosen ones, is your superpower. It's the confidence to believe God's promises, the assurance to trust His timing, the courage to act on His word. Every step you take in faith is a step toward your destiny, a step toward the life God has promised you. Your faith is a beacon. When others see you trusting God despite the odds, they'll find the courage to trust Him too. When they see you believing in miracles, they'll start expecting miracles. When they see you walking in faith, they'll follow your example. Your faith is not just for you, it's for the world. It's a light that shines in the darkness, a fire that warms the cold, a hope that lifts the broken. Keep believing, chosen ones. Keep trusting. Keep walking in faith. Your faith is changing the world. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you resilience. The tests you've faced have built a strength in you that cannot be shaken. Romans chapter 15 verse 13 says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." Your resilience, chosen ones, is a gift from God. It's the ability to keep going, to keep believing, to keep hoping, no matter what comes your way. It's the strength to rise after every fall, to shine after every storm, to love after every hurt. Your resilience is a testimony. When others see you standing tall after everything you've been through, they'll see God's power in you. When they see you smiling through challenges, they'll see God's joy. When they see you hoping in the face of hardship, they'll see God's love. Your resilience is a story, a living proof that God is faithful, that His promises are true, that His love never fails. Keep shining, chosen ones. Keep standing. Keep hoping. Your resilience is inspiring the world. Let's talk about the power of vision. As a chosen ones, God is giving you a vision for your future. A vision of prosperity, purpose, and impact. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 18 says, "Where there is no revelation, people cast off restraint, but blessed is the one who heeds wisdom's instruction." Your vision, chosen ones, is your roadmap. It's the revelation God has placed in your heart, the dream He's called you to pursue, the purpose He's destined you to fulfill. Write it down, pray over it, act on it. Your vision is not just a dream. It's a divine assignment. Your vision is powerful. When you pursue God's vision for your life, you're not just chasing a goal, you're building His kingdom. When you act on His revelation, you're not just achieving success, you're fulfilling His purpose. When you follow His lead, you're not just living, you're thriving. Your vision is a light guiding you through the darkness, showing you the way to abundance. So keep dreaming, keep believing, keep pursuing. Your vision is changing the world. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God is giving you peace. John chapter 16 verse 33 says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." Your peace, chosen ones, is a gift from Jesus. It's not the absence of trouble. It's the presence of God in the midst of trouble. It's the calm in the storm, the strength in the chaos, the joy in the trial. Your peace is a testimony, a proof that God is with you, that His love is real, that His promises are true. Your peace is contagious. When others see you at peace in the midst of chaos, they'll want to know your secret. When they see you calm in the face of uncertainty, they'll want to know your source. When they see you joyful despite hardship, they'll want to know your God. Your peace is a light drawing others to His love, showing them that His promises are real. So keep resting in His peace. Keep trusting in His love. Keep shining His light. Your peace is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of purpose. As chosen ones, you're not here by accident. You're here for a reason. Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Your purpose, chosen ones, is God's masterpiece. It's the reason you were created, the mission you were called to fulfill, the legacy you were destined to leave. Every test you've passed, every step you've taken, every prayer you've prayed has been preparing you for this purpose. Your purpose is powerful. When you live out God's purpose for your life, you're not just succeeding, you're transforming. You're transforming lives, communities, generations. Your purpose is a light shining in the darkness, showing others the way to God's love. It's a fire igniting hope in the hopeless, strength in the weak, faith in the doubtful. Keep pursuing your purpose, chosen ones. Keep trusting God's plan. Keep walking in His truth. Your purpose is changing the world. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you favor. Psalm chapter 90 verse 17 says, "May the favor of the Lord our God rest on us. Establish the work of our hands for us." Yes, establish the work of our hands. Your favor, chosen ones, is a gift from God. It's the divine advantage that opens doors, the supernatural blessing that attracts opportunities, the heavenly endorsement that sets you apart. Your favor is not earned, it's given because you are His chosen ones. Your favor is a testimony. When others see doors opening for you, they'll see God's hand. When they see opportunities coming your way, they'll see God's provision. When they see you succeeding where others fail, they'll see God's love. Your favor is a light drawing others to His truth, showing them that His promises are real. So walk in His favor, chosen ones. Trust His provision, embrace His opportunities, celebrate His blessings. Your favor is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of love. As chosen ones, your love is not just an emotion, it's a force. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13 says, "And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love." Your love, chosen ones, is the greatest gift you can give. It's the ability to see others as God sees them, to care for them as He cares to lift them up as He lifts you. Your love is a reflection of His heart, a testimony of His grace, a catalyst for His kingdom. Your love is transformative. When you love others, you're not just helping them, you're showing them God's heart. When you care for the hurting, you're showing them God's compassion. When you lift up the broken, you're showing them God's healing. Your love is a light shining in the darkness, drawing others to His truth. So keep loving, chosen ones. Keep caring, keep giving, keep shining. Your love is changing the world. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God is giving you boldness. Acts chapter 4, verse 31 says, "After they prayed, the place where they were meeting was shaken, and they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and spoke the word of God boldly." Your boldness, chosen ones, is a gift from the Holy Spirit. It's the courage to speak God's truth, the strength to stand for His purpose, the confidence to walk in His calling. Your boldness is not about you. It's about Him, about His glory, about His kingdom. Your boldness is a testimony. When others see you speaking with authority, they'll see God's power. When they see you standing firm in faith, they'll see God's strength. When they see you walking boldly in your purpose, they'll see God's love. Your boldness is a light inspiring others to trust God, to believe in His promises, to follow His lead. So be bold, chosen ones. Speak His truth, live His purpose, shine His light. Your boldness is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of hope. As a chosen ones, your hope is not just wishful thinking, it's a divine assurance. Romans chapter 15, verse 4 says, "For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the Scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope." Your hope, chosen ones, is rooted in God's Word. It's the assurance that His promises are true, the confidence that His plans are good, the certainty that His love never fails. Your hope is contagious. When others see you hoping in the face of hardship, they'll find hope too. When they see you believing in God's promises, despite the odds, they'll believe too. When they see you trusting in His plan, they'll trust too. Your hope is a light shining in the darkness, drawing others to His truth. So keep hoping, chosen ones. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep shining. Your hope is changing the world. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you creativity. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27 says, "So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. As His image bearer, you carry His creativity, His ability to imagine, to innovate, and to create. Your creativity, chosen ones, is a gift. It's the spark that turns dreams into reality, the vision that turns ideas into impact, the passion that turns purpose into legacy. Use it, embrace it, celebrate it. Your creativity is a testimony. When others see you creating, they'll see God's power. When they see you innovating, they'll see God's wisdom. When they see you building, they'll see God's love. Your creativity is a light inspiring others to dream, to create, to pursue their purpose. So keep creating, chosen ones. Keep dreaming, keep innovating, keep building. Your creativity is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of connection. As a chosen ones, you're not meant to walk alone. You're meant to build relationships, to foster community, to create bonds that reflect God's love. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 to 10 says, "Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." Your connections, chosen ones, are a gift from God. They're the people who lift you up, who pray for you, who walk with you in faith. They're the community that amplifies your blessings and multiplies your impact. Your connections are powerful. When you build relationships rooted in God's love, you're creating a network of faith, a community of hope, a family of purpose. Your connections are a light drawing others to God's truth, showing them that His love is real. So keep connecting, chosen ones. Keep loving, keep supporting, keep building. Your connections are changing the world. As you step into this season of celebration, know that God is giving you influence. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 1 says, "A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold." Your influence, chosen ones, is more valuable than wealth. It's the ability to shape lives, to inspire hearts, to change destinies. Your influence is not about power, it's about purpose. It's about using your voice, your actions, your life to glorify God and uplift others. Your influence is a testimony. When others see you leading with integrity, they'll see God's character. When they see you inspiring with kindness, they'll see God's love. When they see you impacting faith, they'll see God's power. Your influence is a light drawing others to His truth, showing them that His promises are real. So keep leading, chosen ones. Keep inspiring, keep impacting, keep shining. Your influence is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of perseverance. As a chosen ones, your perseverance has carried you through the tests, and now it's carrying you into a season of triumph. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Your perseverance, chosen ones, is a gift from God. It's the strength to keep going, the courage to keep fighting the faith, to keep believing. It's the resilience that turns dreams into reality, tests into testimonies, challenges into victories. Your perseverance is a testimony. When others see you pressing on despite obstacles, they'll see God's strength. When they see you believing despite setbacks, they'll see God's faithfulness. When they see you triumphing despite trials, they'll see God's love. Your perseverance is a light inspiring others to keep going, to keep believing, to keep trusting. So keep persevering, chosen ones. Keep fighting, keep believing, keep shining. Your perseverance is changing the world. As you continue this journey, know that God is giving you grace. 2 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Your grace, chosen ones, is a gift from God. It's the strength to forgive, the courage to love, the power to rise above. It's the ability to face your weaknesses with faith, knowing that God's power is working through you. Your grace is a reflection of His heart, a testimony of His love, a catalyst for His kingdom. Your grace is transformative. When others see you forgiving those who hurt you, they'll see God's mercy. When they see you loving those who reject you, they'll see God's compassion. When they see you rising above your weaknesses, they'll see God's power. Your grace is a light drawing others to His truth, showing them that His love is real. So keep extending grace, chosen ones. Keep forgiving, keep loving, keep rising. Your grace is changing the world. Let's talk about the power of worship. As chosen ones, your worship is not just a song, it's a lifestyle. Psalm chapter 95 verse 6 says, "Come, let us bow down in worship. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker." Your worship, chosen ones, is a gift. It's the act of surrendering your heart to God, of lifting your voice in praise, of living your life for His glory. Your worship is a connection to His presence, a declaration of His goodness, a celebration of His love. Your worship is powerful. When you worship, you're not just praising God. You're shifting the atmosphere. You're breaking chains, opening doors, calling forth blessings. Your worship is a light drawing others to His truth, showing them that His love is real. So keep worshiping, chosen ones. Keep praising, keep surrendering, keep celebrating.